Welcome, welcome. It's the Positive Mind with TSED. It is our Sunday episode, and I'm so happy you've joined us again. Make sure you join us every single Sunday. Like, follow, subscribe, all the things to make sure that you get these tips that we're about to unleash on you today. So today, we're talking about overthinking, and I always hear overthinking used in a negative way. So, of course, it got me to thinking, could overthinking actually be a good thing? Let me think about it.
I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, they call me TSED.
Like that.
I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, she's TSED. I'm someone, they call me TSED.
Like that. All right, y'all. So now I'm overthinking about overthinking. Are you with me? Has this ever happened to you? So, I'm a coach. I work one-on-one with people on a limited basis. And overall, I have this academy here that provides all these beautiful tools for people all over the world. And one of the things I keep coming across is this idea of overthinking. And anytime a client or a student or a parent or anybody says to me, hey, you know what? I just keep overthinking. I say to myself, is that really a bad thing? And they're like, what? But think about it. Everything boils down to perspective. Take, for example, water. Is water a good thing or a bad thing? Well, it really depends on how you use it. If you're using water to hydrate, to water the plants, to clean, oh my gosh, it's amazing. But if water spills over the 10,000 word essay you just wrote, water doesn't seem like such a good thing in that moment, does it? So you see, it's all relative. It all depends on how you're looking at it and what you're using this particular thing for. So let's bring it back to overthinking. Is overthinking by itself a bad thing? Maybe not. For me, it depends on what you're overthinking about. All right, so by now we've all heard the power of our focus, and we've heard about manifestation, and we've heard about, attracting what we want in our lives. We've all heard about the power of our thoughts, our mindset. So when I think of overthinking, I say to myself, what if we could train ourselves to overthink in a direction that's actually helpful and useful to us? What if my overthinking wasn't automatically a bad thing? What if the things I was overthinking about was helping me to develop all the awesome habits and awesome trainings and practice and routines I need in my life? So picture it. You're starting to think about your future, and you either overthink that it can all go wrong and horrible and bad, or you start to overthink all the beautiful, wonderful things that can happen. Well, in the world of law of attraction and quantum physics, and even in spirituality, they tell you that if you can be positively focused like that for a long time, you're really starting to attract those things in your life. Positive psychology talks about it also because of how you make yourself feel when you're in that state of thinking really positive things for a really long time. So my theory here is, yes, let's overthink, but let's overthink in a different direction. So honey, I've said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it 1,000 times. We've got to use that self-talk for good. We've got to use these affirmations to help us. So imagine that you have a life where your overthinking consists of you having positive self-talk and affirmations and all these positive dreams that are helping you to live the life you want to live. Honey, yes, I want to overthink in that direction. Sign me up, please. And what it really takes is practice. Now, you may have followed me on my Instagram account where I'm talking all the time about this internal environment versus your external environment. Whenever we're reacting to what's happening outside of us, we're just like puppets to our external environment. Hey, Simone, get mad. Hey, Simone, get happy. Hee hee, ha ha. Okay, pull it together. You know what I mean. Literally, we have to start getting in control of our internal environment. And if you're someone who is an overthinker, this could be a great skill for you. Something that you've been looking at as a bad thing, as a, this is getting in my way, in a, oh man, what's wrong with me kind of way, could be your biggest asset. Because if you have the ability to focus your mind on one thing and dive deep down into it and follow this train all the way to the end and beyond, then you have the ability to do that in the opposite direction also. You may just not have practiced that. I hear you. It may not be easy because you didn't practice, but you've got the skill, and you using the word overthinking proves it. So this is your reminder to use overthinking in a positive way. Use it to help you. Grab onto all of the positive things you can think about yourself, your life, your future, your school, your job, your family, your friends, and overthink that. And when I say that, I don't want it to sound negative like most of us picture when we hear the word overthink, but I want you to dive deep into it. Here's the problem. When something good happens, a lot of times we look at it just on the surface. We're like, oh, that was great. I got married. What a wonderful day. And then when something bad happens, oh, we deep dive. Oh, I'll never forget how he cut me off on the road. It was 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And he was wearing a black shirt. I could see his earring through the windshield and I saw the sunglasses. We've got all the details and we've got all the drama and we keep on milking it and overthinking. But what we want to do instead is to start milking and pulling on and overthinking these things that are working out in our lives. Can you imagine the habits that causes can you imagine the habits that forms inside of our body, inside of our mind? Can you imagine the practice, the routines of constantly looking at something positive and deep diving into it? So I want you to start milking those positive moments. I want you to start milking the thoughts that lead you in the direction you want to go. I want you to literally say, I'm going to overthink about all the great possibilities and potential in my life. That's a form of planning, goal setting. That's a form of really digging deep into the manifestation and alignment skills so that you can get the life you want. You guys, I hope that resonated with you. This topic just keeps coming up and this overthinking, and I really wanted to look it straight in the face and say, this doesn't have to be a bad thing. So I hope you felt that. I hope you resonated with it. And I hope you take that skill that you have and stop seeing it as a negative. Stop using it as a negative and start to really harness the power that you actually have and been demonstrating probably for a while now, that you can focus your thoughts and overthink on anything you put your mind to. Let's start putting your mind to better things. I'll talk to you guys next Sunday. Remember to tune in every single Sunday to catch me here on A Positive Mind with TSED. You're going to find some tools in the description today talking about that self-talk, talking about your affirmations to make sure that you keep it positive. You guys, you may or may not know that I still do some one-on-one sessions on a limited basis. So if you feel like you would like to meet with me on a one-on-one basis, go ahead and click the link also in the description. We can meet online and sometimes we can meet in person depending on what my schedule looks like. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you to flesh this out and to change your perspective, because that tool I use is called neuro-linguistic programming, and it is here for you, and I want you to get the help that you need. So I'll see you next Sunday. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, leave your comments, and of course click those links, click those buttons in the description so you can get the extra resources that you need. I'm here for you always. Tune in next Sunday. Have a great week. Ciao.
She's TSED. She's TSED.